Hi church, just want to read to you from the book of Acts. It says, "Now an angel of the Lord said to Philip, 'Rise and go toward the south to the road that goes down from Jerusalem to Gaza. It's a desert place.' And he rose and went. And there was an Ethiopian, a eunuch, a court official of Candace, queen of the Ethiopians, who was in charge of all her treasure. He had come to Jerusalem to worship and was returning seated in his chariot, and he was reading the prophet Isaiah. And the Spirit said to Philip, 'Go over and join this chariot.'" Now, you may be aware of what happens next. He has this amazing conversation, and this man ends up being baptized, giving his life to Christ. But I want to talk for just a minute, really, about hearing the voice of the Holy Spirit. One famous evangelist put it like this. He said, hearing God's voice, hearing the voice of the Spirit is sometimes a bit like catching butterflies. It's more of a whisper. And even in the story of Elijah, we have that moment where there's this still small voice. It's the voice of God. And it just means that it's so important that we are, number one, willing to be interrupted. That we have a listening ear, that actually willing to do things that maybe take us out of our comfort zone. I remember once walking past a block of flats, and I just felt it was like catching butterflies. A little voice, go up into that block of flats, to that staircase. Walked up the staircase, and then came across a group of teenage men. Looked pretty intimidating, and I knew God had got me there, so I just said, "Is there anything I can pray for any of you about?" And one of them said, "Yeah, I've been bitten by a dog, you can pray for me." So I prayed then and there, and I remember seeing his face go bright red as he realised that he'd been healed, and the whole atmosphere changed. And I felt God was glorified in that moment. But you look back, it was just that moment, that little whisper, and trying to be responsive. Who knows what God will do? Let's be open. Let's be expectant for what God will whisper into our hearts.